Hello everybody, this is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Happy Fragment Friday. Today we are on the Arcadia Pi server. Been a while since we've taken a visit here, and we are looking at Perilous Wrath's Tusk. It's a level 20 dark field. Let's see what we've got ahead of us. Rainy day, and it looks like we've got a couple noisy wisps coming our way before we could even set up. So we'll have to cast our way out of this initial combat. Easily enough done. We're a little over leveled for this area, but it should be a fun adventure all the same. After all, the fun is in the run. Go ahead, hit a speed charm while we're waiting for our SP to regenerate a little bit. Aid that a bit with some Rig Geem, and follow up with Rig Same. Without any further ado, let's start making our way to the portals here, as we have a good number to clear out. Whole bunch of fire witches here. Once again using my spells to get at them at a distance before they start running around everywhere. As you can see, those noisy wisps, still a fair bit of evasion to them on physical attacks. In combination with that steep slope and that little bit of a spike coming out of the ground after, and we just could not get a good camera angle on it. Had to resort to casting. Even then had to make sure we had a good line of sight. Take out the Fire Witch and follow up with a couple shots on the noisy wisp there. Seems like we've got a Wood Harpy joining the family. I do believe that's the level range we're in. Yep. And Wood Harpies will crumble against magic damage. Mental note for those of you who are just encountering that particular monster type. Save a spell for those guys. Pick up a couple treasures there and continue our way along the field. Another treasure chest coming out of that portal with a Dark Trader inside. Take out the Wood Harpy and then get an elemental hit on the Fire Witch. Nice amount of damage there. Casting, not the forte for our long arm, but we're certainly making good show of it here. There we go. Took it down after only 4 tries. Right next to a Spring of Mist, but I think we'll hold off on that till the end. Did hear a treasure chest spawn, so we'll turn back around for that. Get yet another Dark Knight. Rig Same and Rig Geem have worn off, so we'll probably be reapplying those after this battle. Oh, there's a Fire Witch there. Pat yourself on the back if you spotted the Fire Witch before me. I honestly thought that battle was over. Here comes another Wood Harpy. Take that out at a distance, and then get to the work of using Fortune Wires to disarm these 2 risky treasures. Still can't get to them though, as another risky treasure drops and another Fire Witch sneaks up on us. That was just the combat that would never end, and for it we get A mage soul, a frost armor, and some fishing gloves. Nice little treasure variety pack there. Aptor, helping our physical accuracy. Probably one of the more useful buffs for newer players starting out here. More fishing gloves there. Finishing off with 3 wood harpies and a noisy wisp out here in the field. Well, it doesn't look like we'll be content with that, as wood harpy number 4 flies in on us as we're finishing up. Take it all down though. This would be as good a time as ever to remind you all that if you're looking for any help setting up Fragment or learning to play, or perhaps just finding people to play with, links are provided down below for both the .hack network and NetSlum, the official lobby server for the game. As official as we can make it. Official, unofficial. You get the idea. Their Discords, their websites, the awesome How to Play Fragment guide from .hack network, and the Fragment from the NetSlum YouTube channel. Just about everything you could need for .hack Fragment content and a whole lot more. Be sure to check that out. Eventually make our way to the Spring of Mist here. Rainy days, usually armor. What do we got here? I've got these fishing gloves. Let's see if we can do anything with some fishing gloves. Mainly just to improve resale value. Up against the dreaded level 2 Grandpa. He does a thing and then flies off. Sure enough, our item is way better. It's a full-blown fire bracer. Don't really want to waste a speed charm on this little stretch of land to the dungeon. I'm going to reapply buffs in the start anyway, so into the dungeon we go. See a lovely little red pattern swirling around us because that Vax was the last boost we picked up. That's going to change here very shortly. Inside the dungeon now. Go ahead, hit a Fairy's Orb and not a Sprite Ocarina. There's our speed boost. Regime and Rig Same. Got a couple Dark Witches here. Take them out before they can really become much of a problem. Looks like we've got a couple different routes to go here. Stairs down are right above us. Pardon me. Sorry. Ever hate it when you feel a sneeze coming on and you just can't stop it? So V-shaped room here, we're going to take the downward path to that little large T-shaped room beneath us, take out the portal there, and claim the subsequent treasures around. Not going to fool around with those guys, just combo off. That leaves one noisy wisp just barely hanging on, and we will take care of that. Then we will proceed to make our way back up and take the stairs down. There is a Night Blight. These rooms are kind of fun with the 5 jars hiding the treasure. kind of like if you're getting a plate of snacks ready and you want to hide one for yourself, you just put everything else in front of it and hope everyone else takes those. One more portal here on the first floor, smack dab in the middle of this square room. Fire Witch and a Noisy Wisp. Don't really want to deal with those guys too much, so we'll use another lightning attack and take them both out at the same time. Fortune Wire on the Risky Treasure, giving us some more fishing gloves. And with that, we are heading down to the second floor. Another Fairy's Orb. Bit of a struggle to get those guys down. Did go at it the old-fashioned way. Let's see what we got coming out here. Just a Risky Treasure. Let's go ahead and disarm that. Picking up more fishing gloves. All the fishing gloves in the world are coming our way. There's a Resurrect, and with that we move to the next room. Portal yields us a Lambada knife, a pair of them actually. Sorry I missed that in the previous encounter. Saw them there and I was gonna guess Lambada knife, but I wanted to be 100% on that one for reasons that defy explanation. Even more fishing gloves and a frost anklet, which I would have to think would be uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time, but who am I to say? Just chucking little shards of ice at all of these noisy wisps, getting them out of the way. Leaving our health and skill point regeneration up to our buffs. Picking up the Hanged Man there. We've got a rather long corridor here towards the top of this map. Ends in a dead end, but it's showing a portal and a treasure chest, so we'll go ahead and check those out before doing much else. All kind of Lambada knives, and we'll just take them out simultaneously with a fire combo. Looks like we got 3 treasure chests spawning out of that. And all kind of resurrects out of that room. Useful in a party. Went 0 for 4 and actually got locked out of range by that spell effect from the Dark Witch before we could even land a hit on the Noisy Wisp. Distance was not our friend there. But still, we clear the encounter and have one more portal to clear here on the second floor. That's going to give us some more Lambada knives and a Noisy Wisp. Fell the knives in a hurry and take out the Wisp before it can cause too much trouble for us. Riggeam and Rigsame have worn off, but again, we're close enough to the end of the floor that reapplying them now just wouldn't be the most practical application. Start of floor 3, hitting our Fairy's Orb. Now getting our speed and regeneration back up to snuff here. You regenerate SP pretty much every second or so, but you get a little bonus from Rig Game. And the hit point regeneration, always useful. I believe that was a Fire Witch and a Darkness Witch. Either way, we weren't hanging around to check out their choice of elemental spell. We will, however, loiter a bit and grab this risky treasure. Thought we were cleared, and I heard it spawn a bit behind us. More witches, Fire Witch, and Dark Witch again. Got a chest here on the altar. Get a mage's soul from there. Nothing else in the room of interest. So now we come upon the point where this floor just kind of spreads out a bunch. 2 Dark Witches to take care of in this little 4-way hub room. Looks like we passed up a treasure chest on the way in. And directly beneath us we have a couple sort of empty rooms, maybe some breakable items, maybe an immature egg shouting at us from the corner. But when I say empty rooms, I mean there's no chests and no portals as indicated by the mini-map. Then we've got one of these treasure rooms with all of the breakable items. Oh, I discarded some healing potions for a cooked bile, which tells me that my inventory's full. Pick up the death, the hanged man. Probably not going to smash too many more of those. I was lucky that it was only some spare healing potions. I remember probably a few months back I was trying to get an upload up, and it was one of those days where it was getting late and everything I was doing wasn't working out. Finally got to it, and I had forgot to clear my inventory on my character, and I ended up giving away all of my active healing potions. I think they were healing elixirs. And I was only halfway through the dungeon. So I had to finish the rest of the dungeon on absolutely no healing items. Made it! Certainly made things a bit more interesting. I will say that. Finish off those witches. And just like that, we've cleared 3 of the 4 directions of that hub room. Now let's go left on the map, where I do believe we'll encounter the steps to the 4th floor. But first, a couple more portals. This one gives us a pair of Lambada knives. Yeah, you can see the stairs down there. Before we hit that, we've got one portal here at the very bottom of this left side. 2 more witches. Thought perhaps 3, but my eyes were tricking me between the portal opening and the bouncing animation of that immature egg. Either way, we took care of that, and the egg for good measure. That'll show it, and provide us with a much needed source of protein. Or whatever grunty we feed it to. Down to floor number 4. One more fairy's orb on the pile. And in we go. Looks like we've got a fire witch and a squilla demon? Yeah. Take out the squilla demon, and we're lucky that we're just low enough that the fire witch doesn't have immunity to its own element. When you start hitting those tolerances, things like that can backfire in a hurry because you spend all that SP for a big giant 0. Suppose we could be a little disappointed that we didn't get an elemental hit on the squilla demon, but I guess we can just call that a push. Another Squilla Demon here. We'll take it out the old-fashioned way. Just a neat model all around, those Squilla Demons. Giant sort of mantis things sliding around on their bellies. Here's a Lambada Knife and another Squilla Demon, and you can see when we do get the elemental hit, they're not lasting the full way through the combo. Dark Knight out of the chest. See the stairs down there, so we know we're at least going to floor 5 today. Take out that Fire Witch once I uncovered it. Couple treasure chests to open. Got a portal in the room right beneath us. Let's go ahead and check that out. Another Squilla Demon, another Fire Witch. Always interesting to see some of the monster pairings they come up with. Water monster and fire monster out of the same portal. Picking up a Night Blight out of that chest. Final portal here for the 4th floor. Once again with the Fire Witch and Squilla Demon combo. Thunder attack doesn't quite do the job on the Squilla Demon, but we can gladly finish up there. Treasure chest above us, we'll hurry up and pick that up, but carefully, so as not to take out any more of our precious consumable inventory with undue haste. And just like that, 4 floors are in the books. Time to check out floor number 5, and the stairs down are just above us and off to the left, which tell us that we're in for 6 floors of fun at the very least. It's okay, like I said, we're a touch above this level. It's a good solo shot, nothing too challenging. We're still picking up a little bit of experience here. Solid 1 per enemy. And there's always the chance we run into something that gives us 2 further down here. Especially as we go deep down in the floors, as the monster mixes will get a little tougher each floor deeper. Take out a Squilla Demon there next to a bed of some gently rusting heated material. Night Blight out of the chest. Another empty room on this side. Here's a V-shaped room showing a chest on the opposite wing. We'll grab that real quick. Yet another Hanged Man, and coming into another of these rooms, chest right in the middle with another Hanged Man. Weird decorations they keep on this floor, huh? Coming up on the final portal for floor 5. Getting some nomadic bones. Huh. First enemy we've killed that hasn't given us any experience. The nomadic bones. Makes me very curious for what floor 6 has. First room gives us a couple more of the nomadic bones. Kind of a neat interaction there. We missed it with the first spell and still got its protection to break. Picked up an ebony wand. Now this time carefully, seeing what we can sort of chuck out the window here. The moon. I do believe an ebony wand's going to be a touch more valuable than a one-off of the moon. Yep, heading straight down from the entrance takes us to a couple more portals and a dead end. Now we're up against a Lamia fighter in addition to the bones. And another monster giving us 0 experience. Oh, I may have jinxed myself on that monster mix getting tougher as we go down, as keep encountering monsters that seem easier. Did it again. Mashed my zeros and I gave up a health elixir for a healing potion. Rather sizable drop down in monetary and potency value there. But you have what you have, and if I'm gonna be dumb enough to just mash the circle button over and over again, I certainly have that coming. A little bit of backtracking here. Another night blight there. Had nomadic bones and 2 Lamia fighters. Not really interested in keeping that battle going too long. Pick up a raccoon ear cap. Oh, even worse, that was a health drink, not even a healing potion. Well, at least we know what we could pitch for the raccoon ear cap. Still not recovering the value of the elixir, but at least we're in the ballpark. Took a critical hit here. Another raccoon ear cap and some shadow blades. Interesting. Probably dump this cooked bile for the shadow blades. And now the stairs down to floor number 7. Say, just speaking on a purely mathematical level, we're closer to the exit now than ever before. We apply our buffs, and we see a room just beneath us and a little off to the left that looks vaguely like a treasure room. Again, there are decoys. You can be fooled on those. So we will do our due diligence and explore the rest of the floor and look for stairs down. At the very least, if we don't encounter any, we know we can come back and that will be our statue room. Pick up some shadow blades in the dark night, and so far so good. The first 2 potential chances we have to branch off end in dead ends. Each has a portal, and now we're starting to see some sled dogs pop up. More monsters that aren't giving us experience. We'll just leave the lovers be. Give them their privacy back in that room. And now to this dead-end corridor. Another sled dog. Ice it down, allow the nomadic bones to come to us, and finish it off thus. So the potential statue room sits just about midpoint in this dungeon from the looks of it, as there are rooms branching down beneath it. And beneath it is where we're going to go next. Clear this portal and just keep heading down on the mini-map. Looks like another dead end. Yep. No more potential avenues to find the stairs down, which means that room we just passed is in fact the statue, and we have 2 more portals left in this dungeon. That one yields us a treasure chest with the death in it. 1 more to go. Treasure of the risky variety, but if that's the biggest risk we have left in the dungeon, and so it is, as there's the all clear, then I'd say we had a pretty successful run. Now with all things in the bag, just one thing left to do: head up to the statue room, get our final treasures carefully so as not to throw away all of my recovery drinks, and make our way out. See our statue of Rhynek. It's going to be of what elemental god the field is governed by. Open the chest, we get a fire helm, and we will exchange for a fire helm. What will we exchange? I guess Frost Bracer. Pick up another Resurrect and Healing Potion. We'll just leave the Healing Potion behind. So there you go. Probably not the most exciting run of my lifetime, but a nice, fun one to check out. On an absolute stalwart as far as the servers go. Few and far between are the times when you have any downtime here for Arcadia Pie, and definitely a fun place to party up and run a quick dungeon or 2. If you get the chance, do feel free to party up and let me know how that adventure goes. In the meantime, this has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, thanking you for watching, and we'll see you around.